students, I am your SOMDUTTA ma'am. We are going to start our second term online classes. I hope you all stay safe at your home and keep healthy. You must follow your parents' opinion. Don't disobey them. Here in this online classes, we'll provide each and every subject with each and every chapter. If you follow us in this video, you can get all the subjects according to all the exercises properly. We will do the next part of that exercise from BRUSHUPYOUR and Live chapter 6, parts of the body. In our previous class, we have learned the different parts of our body and the different sense organs and also the different senses. So according to our study, we have divided these exercises in some parts. So let's start and do. You can follow on the board. I have written something, and don't forget to take your notebook and pencil with you and write down all these question answers in your notebook to follow this video. So in that first number, I have given the instructions, fill in the blanks. Here it is, fill in the blanks. So in the first sentence, I have dash leaves. We all know how many leaves we have? We have 2 leaves. Next, I have dash nose. How many nose? We all know 1 nose. Next, I dash food with my tongue. So tongue helps us to taste. So answer is taste food. Next, I dash with my nose. Nose helps us to smell. So answer is smell. I dash 10 toes. Means, sorry, it will be some, your 10 will be the answer. I have written the answer here by mistake. So I have dash toes. As we all know, toes means the fingers of the feet. So I have 10 toes. So here we get the answer of the fill in the blanks. I have 2 lips. I have 1 nose. I taste food with my tongue. I smell with my nose. I have 10 toes. Next we go the match the following. As we all know that when we are doing the matching part, we just draw the lines to each other and then we match it with others. But when we draw the lines with each other, it looks messy. It looks messy that whatever it will be the next, and it's just do that part hazards. Now we will just put the number beside all these column B answers. So in the first column it is eyes, ears, skin, nose and tongue. So in the first eyes helps us to see. So we put 1 beside C. Or if you draw the line, then for your understanding part, you just draw it. But after drawing, you just write down the number, then it will be more fruitful. Next, ears. Ears helps us to hear, or you can write down number 2 because it will help you to understand the correct one. Skin. Skin helps us to feel. So you write down number 3 here. Next, nose. Nose helps us to smell. So put smell. It will be number 4. Next, it is tongue. Tongue helps us to taste food. So it is number 5. So as it is you written in your notebook, and if you draw these lines there, then it will look your notebook dirty and messy. So better than this drawing this line, you just put the number according to the answer. So eyes helps us to see, ears helps us to hear, us to feel, nose helps us to smell, and tongue helps us to taste food. So as it is, we have find out the fill in the blanks and match the following here. Now we are going to do the question answers of this exercise. Now we are seeing the question answers of this chapter, and also you have to written in your notebook. The first question is, which organ will tell you that the chocolate is sweet? Means our tongue tells us that the chocolate is sweet, because sweetness is the tasting part of our tongue. So tongue helps us to taste. So the answer is, our tongue tells us that the chocolate is sweet. Next question. Name 5 things you do with your hands. I can hold anything, write letters, playing guitar, taking food, and cook with my hands. With our hands we can do many things. So instead of eat, if you want to write any more things, you can write down. But must follow the instructions. If they have to tell you any number, then you just write down only up to this. Next, which organ helps you to see? Eyes help us to see. What should you do before eating? I wash my hands before eating. What can you do with your legs? I can run, jump, hop, play football, etc. with my legs. So these are the 5 questions here. Now we go to the next questions. Now it is question number 6. Where do we wear rings? We wear rings in our fingers. Okay. Here rings, basically we use fingers. When we use that term rings, it's mentioned the fingers. But when we wear any rings in our ears, then we call it a complete term, that is earrings. So don't confuse here. Where do we wear rings? We wear rings in our fingers. Which part of the body is covered with shoes? Our feet is covered with shoes. What is the use of a nail cutter? We cut our nails with a nail cutter. How many sense organs do you have? We have 5 sense organs. How many fingers do you have? I have 10 fingers. So students, we get all the answers of the questions here. You can write down these question answers in your notebook also and do the part in your brush up exercise part. So please read these question answers properly and note down all the things in your notebook. Don't forget to write down. I repeatedly tell you for that time. So please follow us and read your book properly. Read the chapter. I hope this video also help you to understand your all obligations. So keep in touch and keep your study on. We will meet in our next class.